I'm Virginia Silvestri. I'm a good investment.
I'm Shannon Caldwell, and I'm worth the investment.
I'm Steve Stone, and I'm worth the investment.
I'm Tony Blair, and I'm worth the investment.
I'm Blake Whitaker, and I'm worth from the investment.
I'm Amber Elzy, and I'm worth the investment.
I'm Johnny Schiffer, and I'm a good investment.
Pay attention to me. I'm Megan McCormick, and I'm worth this investment.
Hello, I'm Chastity Ross, one of the 874,000 Kentuckians who live with a disability. We are the largest minority group in Kentucky, making up nearly 23% of the population. Because of Kentucky's investments in services and supports, we can go to school, work, and be active members of our communities. Education, work opportunities, healthcare, and assistive technology really matter to us. They contribute to our independence and our successes. We are a good return on Kentucky's investments. The purpose of this video is to introduce you to some of my fellow Kentuckians who have disabilities and who are also good returns on your investments. First, I'd like you to meet John Schiffer. John is a Vietnam veteran who has PTSD and depression. John's life was at a crossroad until he discovered help and hope at Participation Station.
A lot of people come here that live in isolation, like I did before I came here. They have nothing really to live for. This gives them a purpose for their life, meaning to their life, and a sense of well-being. I've left my baggage behind and become a peer specialist, and I'm able to feel like I'm a worthwhile individual now as compared to what I used to be. A lot of people that are coming in here now because the state's got funding from some of our projects where they had a place to go. You don't have to worry about coming out here about the stigma of dealing with your mental illness. And this is definitely a safe place for the mentally ill.
John is a peer support specialist who multiplies your investment. Also finding help at Participation Station is Steve Stone, who has mental illness. He gives back to others he meets at this peer-run center.
Participation Station is a peer-run center. It means that people with a disability provide services to other people with disability. An illness in itself isn't sufficient. We get training. So we go for training in how to both tell your experience with the disease and tell what you are doing to successfully live in recovery. This is one of a number of services which people need. It's not a cure-all, but it helps them stay out of jail, it helps them stay out of the hospital, it helps them live in their apartment or their home. So you can build a bridge with other people, and they can move from the impact of their illness to a creative and productive life.
Steve and Participation Station are good returns on your investments. Individuals with disabilities, like Thomas Meeker, want to be employed and not be held back by their disabilities.
I'm well enough to where I can start working again, because then I can start being a taxpayer again. I don't like being on disability. I don't want to be on it.
Thomas's motivation to work is a return on your investment. Meet Tony Blair, who once lived a very confined life in a personal care home. Now he lives independently.
I got excited, but I was more excited when I finally moved in. Independent is important to me because I have more responsibility. I'm taking care of myself better. I feel better about it myself. If I was still in a personal care home, I just wouldn't want to be around people as much and just had no really good outlook on anything. And I'm very optimistic that things have just gone well for me and they continue to do well and get better all the time. I really hope and pray that other people out in these personal care homes can, if they want to move, can do it, you know, just give it a good try. You know, you'll see that things work out for the better.
Tony's independence is a good return on Kentucky's investments in strong community programs. Shannon Caldwell is blind and hearing impaired. but makes great use of assistive technology to achieve independence.
Technology has given me a lot of independence. I have been able to use the FM system, use the computer with speech on it, use my brailler, and use my iPhone to communicate with the world. It has enabled me to graduate from college and have employment and have meaningful work that I can do, that I'm able to advocate for myself and for others.
Kentucky's investment in assistive technology and education assures that Shannon can work and give back to his community. Meet Megan McCormick, an enthusiastic student and achiever.
I graduated from Chase Creek High School with my diploma at the age of 18, along with my peers, with a GPA of 3.75. And I graduated from BCTC with honors. Vocational rehabilitation also provided support for my driver's education. I got my driver's license.
Having successfully met those goals, Megan is now working 2 part-time jobs while attending college. Her next goal? A bachelor's degree in elementary education.
I really want to be able to work with typical children and children with disabilities and help them reach their potential. I want to be their role model. I have a strong work ethic, and I hope I can find a school that would be willing to give me an opportunity to prove myself.
Megan's education and ambitions are returns on your investment. Meet Amber Elzy, who is working, getting her GED, and raising her family.
I have a learning disability that I struggled through in high school, not knowing how to read. I am a single mother, and I'm doing this for me and my children, and I'm very proud of myself because I'm a little bit closer to my journey. I'm a little bit closer to where I want to be. It's not over. My road's not over. I'm soon to have my GED and then go to college and then get a better job. There are other people out there like me, that give up, but giving up is not the answer.
Amber and her family moving ahead are a return on your investment. Next, meet Virginia Silvestri, who describes firsthand the importance of having work opportunities.
Well, for employers to be more willing to hire people with disabilities, I think there's a huge unmet need in this community for people with disabilities not being able to find jobs. I'm very fortunate to have a family who supported me my whole life, and they told me I could do anything I wanted to do. A lot of deaf people are told they can't do things, so I'm a good example for them that they can do things and they can be successful. Folk Rehab helps people with disabilities improve their quality of life, and by providing different services to help them be successful, like finding jobs or going to school, and providing job coaches, interpreters, technology. It's a very good investment on people.
Virginia's employment is an excellent return on Kentucky's investment. Helen Tanner is a working mom whose children, Gracie and Blake, have developmental disabilities.
Well, I want to make sure she gets and he gets everything that they need. If it has to do tooth and nail to get what we get, and we have done tooth and nail to get where we're at, and hopefully keep continuing with the services, because if they stop, then I look for them to fall back and we're going to have to start all over again. I want them to be able to finish school, go to college, get a degree, and she's off on me, but to get a degree and go on and live an ordinary life. These are hopes and dreams for every parent in the United States. And this is what my goal is for my children, to get them to where they need to be in their life.
With Kentucky's investments, Helen and her children have the opportunity to achieve their dreams. You have seen just a brief moment in the lives of Kentuckians who live with a disability. Disabilities don't discriminate. They cross all of the lines: age, income, gender, race, religion, geography, and ethnicity. Disabilities come in all shapes and sizes: physical, intellectual, emotional, developmental, and sensory. Each disability is different and unique, just as those of us with disabilities are different and unique. What unites us all is our desire to be independent, to be all that we can be so that we can live our lives to the fullest and give back to our communities. On behalf of those you just met in the video and our fellow Kentuckians, 874,000 strong, I thank you for investing in us. We ask that you remember our needs and our contributions as you invest in the future. And most of all, remember, we are good returns on Kentucky's investments. Thank you.